Has anybody ever heard of a little thing called Cracker Barrel recently? Right? Which they went back and inverted it, but they hired some left wing CEO that knows
went
nothing about that community. Nothing whatsoever. We're going to rip all the wood paneling out. We're going to give it more of a modern look. They kind of made it more, to their age group, which most of the people that go to Cracker Barrel are all ages anyway, but it's mainly families. No, we're going to take away the logo and put something very bland out there. It just went downhill. What was it? I want to make sure I have the number right before I quote this here.
It was bad, whatever it was.
No, it was really bad, but it was.
They tried to clean it up. One of the things you love about going into Cracker Barrel to eat is all the craziness of the things that's on the wall.
Yeah,
I sat there in one of them in my family. Like we went in one section at the one that's close to us, and it's like, because I'm obviously of darker complexion, and my kids are mixed, and my wife is of lighter colored complexion. And when we go sit down, it's like we looked around, and it's like, oh, they set us in the black section. And then we start looking at the pictures on the wall, and it's like there's these different people. Like there's stories of college, old colleges and things like that were integrated, and so like looking at stuff like that is actually pretty interesting. And they tried to take that away, and people weren't having it.
Yeah, no, they weren't. I'm trying to see here real quick.
And so while he's looking up like this idea of knowing your customer, so a brand that did it right, for a while, was Folgers. And if you're my age, one of the things that you'll remember is their commercial. The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup. And so everybody could sing that jingle growing up as a kid, because that was a very huge part. And so many parents had Folgers. They picked Folgers over anything else. And it wasn't because it was the cheapest or even because it was the best tasting coffee. It's just they knew the jingle. It was marketed very well. Starbucks markets very well. And there's a whole community built around Starbucks, but like it's still I'm pretty sure some of these that we're talking about will never be sponsors on the show. Maybe.
Praise God.
But you think about Starbucks, if you actually were to search what are their best tasting coffees, Starbucks is never at the top. Starbucks isn't even in the top 10 of best tasting coffees. But they learned how to build a community around their brand. And so you have people that will flip out if they don't have Starbucks in the morning. Maybe they put drugs in their drinks or something. I don't know. What'd you find?
It's chemical. So the big number, I keep seeing two numbers, 94 million and 100 million. So they lost between 94 to 100 million overnight.
Yeah.
Just because they changed two things. Their logo, which took away the value of who they were. That's like their main thing. And then also they took away, they just, by them revamping their store.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To make it look nothing like what it was.
Yeah.
So with the new building designs that they were going to do, it kind of made it look like just a fancier McDonald's, honestly.
Yeah.
And people didn't like that.
It reminded me. So I went to, and this isn't saying it in a negative sense. So Paula Dean's restaurant in Branson. Me and my wife went there a few years ago. Food was amazing, but that's really what it kind of reminded me of when I saw some of the pictures of what it would look like. It's like it's very clean, very, in a sense, not as scattered. But that's one of the reasons why you go to Cracker Barrel is to see what you can find on the wall.
And everything's different, every one of them. Like there was one we went to, we actually ate there 3 times on the way to Chicago. And one of them we went to had already started making all the changes. And it was horrible. Like it was just like, this is not who you guys were. But thank God the people revolted and got on the internet.
And they lost some stock.
They lost some stock.
They paid attention.
Decided to revert.